it's a super interesting matchup because if MOUZ end up taking this, I really think that is where, you know, this playoff bracket gets thrown into a very curious spot, right? Because the form that Cloud9 have shown throughout the event already has been super high, and I think they've probably looked like the best team. So, you know, very excited to see how MOUZ are going to stack up against this if they're able to give them a run for their money like they did back at Rio. So let's get into this. We've had a little bit of a delay, what with the whole Source 2 shenanigans, slowing down the start of this game, but we're finally into it. So let's go. Cloud9 with the CT side start. Couple of pairs of dual Berettas, triple lean over towards B. MOUZ, they've got util on Dexter and a smoke on Frozen. Enough util to have a little set piece here. They're going to lob over an early smoke over into the apartment side of things, and one landing down towards the Moto. Now they look to get out the apartments fast. Out the angle, Axal finds one with the dualies, but he's got to get the reload off. You're out of action for what feels like 30 years here. He finally gets the mags back in, and he's killing again. Look at him go. Axal with a second. And he's bought time for this rotate up through the short side. Cloud9 are clamping down on MOUZ.
Dude's Lara Croft down in the pit. He's just slamming mags back in his guns and finding more frags. It's all Julies in this round. Frozen's got a frag out, and he hits a couple of blinders, dropping both elites. But Cloud9 stand tall and close that clutch. Pistol round, and Axel looking good. It's all we ever wanted.
Oh, man. A little bit scary at first when they're flooding out the balcony and the shots are missing. You're like, oh no, it's all going wrong. But always recovers, doesn't he? Always good at the old recovery. Some of those shots, man. God, it just makes the dual Berettas look so damn fun to use. I always want them.
We just have Glocks now for MOUZ, so it's going to be a clean 2-0, not in the series, but in the map for Cloud9. And then the game will get really ready to go. Keeping it clean is the objective for Cloud9. Minimal casualties. No casualties, really.
Yeah, you know, on the situation report, that's what you want. Minimal casualties in the round. MOUZ with just the Glocks. And so really, you know, this is going to be a lot of build-up. And then a weak finish, it should be. But Glock comes in with a kill immediately. And Nafany's been wrapped onto. This is a full eco round. They find a clean opener. Nafany only goes 1 for 1. JDC's now armed and deadly. The Glocks are pulling up to this B site with a vengeance. And MOUZ sit in the 4v2. JDC is still aggressive, flashed off the angle. Might need a bit of a helping hand here, but not cleared, not checked. JDC with another. And, well, Axal in hot water now. There's one. The nade will get this. Oh, he misses the nade. Heartbreak Hotel. Late checkout for Axal. He's still trying to move in. But JDC does not forgive or forget. There's the revenge. That round is never meant to be MOUZ's. That round is meant to be clean.
Shiro had no helmet. Shiro had no helmet with an A1S. He wanted the rifle, boys. And look at what it cost him. I found it funny. He jumped. He like shot the wall and he was playing that pixel gap. And Zershan just bups him in the head with a Glock over the top for MOUZ. And JDC never got cleared. Buster got baited by a Glock on the corner. Don't know if that's a miscom, but like he should be ready for that. That's so clearly a bait setup. They'd already seen the M4 push close. That is a round you cannot be forgiven for losing. Cloud9, the smoke did not keep MOUZ out. And now they're the ones broke. All right, boys, we got a series.
Oh, hell yeah, we do. It started off so much sooner than I expected it to, but I'm living for it. Cloud9. Surely they cannot do what is just done to them with just the Deagles and the Scout on Shiro. Already losing out Hobbit early on. Zershan just taking that brackets control as well. They've got the energy they need, but there is one man with a dirty Deagle. Let's see if he can find some fancy footwork.
Awkward fight for Buster. Was ready for an engagement in top mid, but domed immediately. Clean follow-up out of Zershan, and this is nice. MOUZ, this is them onto a second. They stick the landing on the conversion.
Just knowing the MOUZ guys, because it is so cool, as you said, Harry, how much we've had these guys on the show. Zershon was on yesterday.
Yeah,
He just jumped on.
I feel like I've been a part of the team. I feel like I'm in the journey with them. Like, I really understand, you know.
I think just knowing them, winning that second round is going to give them such a boost of momentum, of power, I think. And they're all going to be cackling and laughing along while they run away with a clean second round. I think this could be a very strong T-side start. And at that point, how do Cloud9 stop the snowball?
Yeah, right. And I suppose another good point to look at as well is they didn't get too excited. They weren't screaming too much. You're not wasting that energy initially. Because obviously very early doors, right? First map in the series, you know this probably is going to be a lengthy one. If you bite back like that, then you lose the next round.
Yeah.
Suddenly it's flat faces, everything goes wrong.
And you can see that's a good point, because a lot of teams will set off their opponents. Like, if I'm playing Na'Vi, I'm never going to scream. No. I'm never going to make noise, because I know players like Simple get activated by that. And if anyone who's been in that example, Jack, you've played LAN, if someone's screaming down your doors, you want to beat them. It's more motivation. So
it lights a fire under you, because you're just like, you know what, no, screw this guy. Like, why?
Yeah, so MOUZ aren't going to get cocky after winning round 2 and, you know, do something that could harm their, you know, gameplay later. A lot of teams say, yeah, we only scream in response. If someone starts talking smack, we're going to throw it back. But MOUZ, humble in their victory, will go 3-1 up. They've about to be clearing the B bomb site, and it's empty. Cloud9 with a full pistol stack. No tomfoolery here.
Yeah, JDC might even get to farm some of these pistols up. He's in a great spot to do exactly that. Oh, they're going to come down mid. And guess what? JDC, he's about to kill 4. Check this out. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
He's killing 4 like MOUZ aren't winning the Glock round.
Dear. Yeah. I'm going to stop trying to call things ahead of time in this one. I feel like I'm influencing it. Frozen. He's going to kill 4 here, so this is fine.
That's true. I heard that, actually. Well, Dexter should go for the kills, not Frozen, because he has
right.
less to lose and more to gain.
Like that.
Look at the chickens. Look how many chickens.
Oh my God.
Massacre.
Even Dexter was thinking the same thing. He goes down there. He's like, bruh.
That's a lot of...
Look at all these chickens.
Dude, Axel collected a collection, for lack of a better word.
Big collect.
Ooh. Damn. So, yeah, a bit of a bird massacre. But the mice have come to play as well. All the farmyard animals. 3-1. 2. How many? How many?
Like 5. Oh, wait, look at him run. No.
Oh,
dude, they were trying to get out of there.
It's awful.
There's no escaping.
I want MOUZ to lose now. I know. Right. Here's the buyback in for Cloud9. They've got all the rifles. Lots of rifles, but not an AWP in sight. That's the one for the future.
Oh my God, they don't give a clock anymore, do they?
Hey, get it. But chicken-related jokes here. Torshi out through the mid-smoke. The madman Hobbit caught with nades out. But he will hold the line for 1. Quick trade out of Dexter's Mac 10.
Get the gun.
Mid now taken away. Cloud9 starting to scramble bodies over. They will have a lot of attention towards the A site, but you need these guys inside of it to trade evenly. It's a 1-for-1 out of Axal over in the apartments. Buster in the site. Keeps winning. Gets that first one. Zershion's cut down the long wrap, but Buster knocks out his teammate. And now Zershion in a bit of a rough way. That is a lovely hold out of Buster.
Yeah, solid position, right? Getting more comfortable with the team. I think, you know, we all had our doubts at Katowice when they came through. Buster definitely had problems in some of his positions. We were seeing him anchor B. He did not look good on Mirage, that is. Had a lot of lost rounds. They got eliminated. They lose to IHC. But they came into Pro League, they looked a lot better, and he seemed a lot more comfortable. So Cloud9 fitting him in nicely, swapping some positions, getting him back where he you know, usually played in Outsiders. So nice shutdown on A. Important round for Cloud9 to stop the momentum from swelling on MOUZ. Now we have an AWP for Torshi, an AWP for Shiro. Big guns and a timeout for Cloud9 to get acclimatized.
He just
He blowed.
Oh, okay.
He's blowing the
right.
bottom of his mouse, you know.
For a second, I thought he sniffed the mouse. I was like, what's he doing there?
Yeah, so there's no dust in the ball.
Smells clean. Smells like 4 headshots.
Oh, he got 3 that round, so how many more for old Buzzy, mate? Booster. Oh, that's a jump. That's a curious jump. Thank you for the AK. Goodbye.
Yeah, you're really happy with that if you're Axel.
Don't know what. Did he mean to jump? Sure.
I don't know. JDC just wilded around that corner. And so now Zershan moving in through the apartments. The rest of MOUZ are all going up banana here, right? And the bomb is a part of that. But retake utils come in at the top of banana. That might force your hand here. You might feel like you've lost too much real estate because they're starting to take top banana back. MOUZ just kind of hold off right now. Yeah, it's weird. They kind of need to retake top banana here, right? Going back to A, not the ideal option. There's still time left, so gonna dedicate some of this util. They still have 3 full belts into reclaiming this banana control. You can't leave this taken by your opponent if you wanted to go back to A. Odds are Cloud9 could have a stack, and that's 1 swing out of Frozen. No one else tries to trade. They're now throwing this flash to set up Dexter for it. And he will find a way back into this round. Smoke's going down over towards B. 30 seconds left now. Zershan still in the apartments, and that bomb is starting to move back around. He's waiting with the moto smoke. Buster still in spawn. Util now coming out of the apartments means that Buster's going to move back over, but he is cut out of the site. So Zershan's got a 1v1 here that he doesn't know about yet. Axel tucked in. Very little time left, and they're not clearing for it. They run in, and Axel mows them down. Zershan next on the chopping block, and it's a lovely 4K round from Axel, the point man of Cloud9.
The key there is the position change, right? You're expecting Axel in the pit. That's why Zershan's so focused on getting that molly in, throwing deep flash. He's not even caring about sight. He's looking back, he's looking below, because that's where Axel should be in that position, the late A player. But he's on the boost box, isn't he? He's on the cold box. And MOUZ are never ready for it. They don't even look there. So great anchor for Axel. We've now had, well, 2 rounds out of Cloud9 from that same position. MOUZ won't fall for it again, but I like that change up anyway. Frozen, noteworthy there. He throws a molly close, not because they can be there, but because he knows it will upset the Molotov that Cloud9 are throwing down B. So now the molly, the smoke, that should be blocking the bottom of banana, is here. It's in the middle of logs, so that gives all this room for MOUZ to actually move up banana. That's a really cool little Molotov there for Frozen. And so MOUZ never lose sight of this position. They don't have to worry about any pushed up players. Cloud9, passive on the B site. Hobbit playing tandem. Can strap themselves to either defense, but Cloud9 call they're okay for now. They've got Shuro on the AWP. This is a position that should be getting 1 every time. And then it gives him the option to fall back very safely. It's kind of a hard angle to flash, to be honest. Most of them will land behind Shiro. Oh, that's a good flash. Yeah. MOUZ know what they're up against.
Lobs that in. Hobbit flick back down into mid, finds Zershan and open up this round. Now, there was just that B util, so Hobbit started to leave, started to run back up the speedway, but util's already come out from MOUZ, so he's immediately called back. And once again, it's this final, 15-second push for MOUZ. JDC out in the apartments, about to get swung, sees a man on default. The bomb gets away from MOUZ. These slow rounds getting punished by Cloud9 time and time again. Yeah. And this one is no exception. The ball never gets rolling for MOUZ.
That's a desperate hit, right? Like they get nothing. Oh my God. They get nothing at B, so they just have to go back into that A hit. They don't want to face the AWP. And man, Cloud9 have locked down A back-to-back rounds with 1 player. So they still have 3 in the bomb site in front of the moto smoke. Site, pit. So there's no way MOUZ are even going to trade out there. They don't get any kills. Cloud9 looking good, and MOUZ call a pause. They're in a bit of a predicament with the money as well, saving AWP into what should not be a buy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's clear that right now with how these last few rounds have panned out, MOUZ want to try and manipulate the rotates a little, right? And you've seen that Cloud9 are very keen to move players around, right? Even in that round, Hobbit started to leave. Long, once he got the opening pick, started to rotate towards B. But I think the problem that you're having here is that MOUZ in these last couple of rounds where they've been trying to manipulate the rotates, they've often been a man down. And so it's hard to get that reaction out of Cloud9, right? They can afford to be a little more responsive, a little kind of more blasé with how they're moving around the map, right? Because they know that in the 5v4, the pressure's more on their opponent. You're kind of seeing...
I love these.
This push up through the top mid smoke again. It's nice, right? They come straight through it. That was the bomb tag that bottom banana. Dexter lucky to still be alive, really.
This looks like prep paying off. MOUZ seem to know when Cloud9 throw this like deep G2 smoke, MOUZ can just walk through it because there's no one playing it. And look at how much room they've realized. They lose the AWP. This is still a near impossible round.
It's just going from bad to worse. It's only Frozen that will burst with the AWP and shut down one. But in reality, I mean, you're stuck at middle. He's paranoid about the peak from the bottom, and here it comes. Nafany comes swinging round the corner, cleaves him with the Kalashnikov, and gets himself another round.
It's cool, though. You can already see the prep paying off for MOUZ a little bit. Right, like there's sometimes Cloud9 have switched it up and changed positions, but already the 2 times Cloud9 throwing G2 smoke, MOUZ have just walked through. So that's just preparation right there. That's knowing your opponent. And there is definitely going to be a level of familiarity in this matchup. And it's especially nicer on a pick like Inferno, on a MOUZ map pick, because they know they can force a certain map, but they can force an Inferno, so they can specifically prepare for this one. Whereas, you know, you don't necessarily always know what your opponent is going to pick. You know, that's especially when Cloud9 have had the last 3 weeks off because they played in Group A. They could have done so much, man. They could have changed everything. They could have an entirely new best map. So MOUZ, you know, is less guarantee after your own pick. Nice pick for Shiro, taking down Frozen in Banana. And now 4v5 again, with MOUZ still lacking everything. Torshi's going to go get that AK-47 at least. And MOUZ, they've had trouble in these 4v5s.
Yeah, they tried to take top mid away, but Cloud9 are actually fighting for it on this occasion. Right, Hobbit's still playing around this smoke over at long, and even though he's moved back a little bit, I don't know how long he's going to respect that. I think he might look to go for the info play. In the moment he knows it's not mid, he's going to start to shuffle around over towards B. Some utils already come out for MOUZ. It's 2 pumpings of utility. Here's the second go at it. Starts to rain in now. Nafany up close. That is a nice double from the man at the helm of Cloud9. Shiro, couple of misses, but Hobbit sneaks in and robs the round, pushing through the CT smoke. MOUZ expecting a little more respect there from Cloud9.
Yeah, that's amazing as well, because he just realizes they're both looking at Shiro. Shiro's buying time back sight. Maybe he even calls that push, but Hobbit makes a great move there while MOUZ is so focused on that CT player. And it's especially good because it's just dry. He doesn't run it. There's no footstep. There's no flash. And so MOUZ are never going to be watching that smoke. Cloud9, some impressive rounds right now. They've got that deeper smoke, but will they play it? Double long, Buster on short. He's got the Balk Molly. Good timing for it as well. He's going to get nice. Already, util damage is massive for Cloud9 in this round. It's a fairly easy round anyway, but they've just made that job one little bit more simple.
And the basics of the utility have looked clean the whole game, actually. They've been doing so much damage in these opening moments each and every time. And if you can play that, you're playing your Inferno CT side perfectly. It's going to make it so much more awkward for the Ts when they come a knock-in. Even just one less bullet to finish a frag will always pay dividends. Hobbit, though. There's this man. Got anything to say about the potential encroaching push towards his bomb site? They're going for it again. The flashes go over. Axar waiting for contact, but Buster will hit the head. There is at least a single trade as the Devil leaves one dead. Ooh, second on the tag, but it's all up to Frozen. Running out of ammo. It's getting awkward.
No way he gets out as well, and he can just play retake with his team. Can't believe he even takes the AWP, but hey, This should be an easy shutdown for Cloud9. Frozen would have to do something monumental. Sat behind the boxes, waiting for this swing. Hobbit will die, but Shiro, he's here to trade. That's what he's made for. Oh, he doesn't swing. He doesn't get that trade. Now he's waiting for Nafany on the flank. Frozen gets a chance to reposition, to pick a new angle, trying to isolate Jules. They've given him this one on a plate, and Frozen tucks in. Dinner is served. And Cloud9, that is a calamity.
Now that's delicious, Hugo.
Yeah, that's marvelous.
That is beautiful from Frozen. Man, you can see it coming together. You could see that one starting to take shape.
They were just not on the same page. This is fine, but Shiro's not swinging because Nafany's not there. So why did Hobbit even go in the first place? If you all want to go together, all go together. Dear, oh dear.
Yeah, I mean, I think great awareness on Frozen, because he kills Hobbit, who's already faced him with the M4, and he realizes when he kills him, he's fighting him with a pistol with an AWP on his back. So that must mean that Shiro's nearby. That's why he seems so ready for the second man over at long.
That's beautiful.
But still, like, a super, even with, like, admittedly, like, the weirdness around the swing, I think Cloud9 was still trying to approach that safely in the 2v1, and Frozen was low on health. Like, that was super well played, really clean. Like, he had to hit the first bullet every time.
Oof. And now MOUZ, gumption. That's what they're made of. Running up long immediately. Shiro's on rotate with the AWP. And if they're on this line, he will find the kill. But Zertian slipped the net. Oh, the barrel. Oh, he saw that. Absolutely did. Hobbit just took the angle, but the timing was super awkward for Cloud9. Now they're scared of a B split, and rightly so.
Oh, that's a weird smoke. Shiro, gotta watch two angles at once, man. They're everywhere. Back in CT, picks out the first man. Now getting pressured, low on health, boxed into a corner, tries his hand at the jump shot, but JDC chases him down. And with so much room taken, with CT not even owned by Cloud9, they can't justify even giving this one a look in. They're too far cut out, too far removed, and with too little map control. So they've just got to give MOUZ a fifth, who start to find a way back in here. What was once, starting to feel a little dominant the other way. Cloud9 going on a 5-round streak, just consistently shutting down some of the plays that MOUZ are attempting. That close, cold box inside of A, like constantly a source of kills for Cloud9. The B play is falling on deaf ears. Right, getting locked out at top banana, but not in this round. It's a fast CT split. Hobbit as well, who I think has been pretty flawless thus far. Having the kind of weirdness in the Frozen 1v3, now being one of the guys who falls over in this round. I think this is such a huge kill to find, because Hobbit's been doing a great job of holding down the archers, not giving up this long control for free. It feels like he's always putting up resistance. So the fact that they shut him down and immediately go on to win the round is a nice feeling for MOUZ.
They've been cancelling Shiro out really hard as well, which is cool. They're knowing the angles he's playing. They're using their flashes efficiently. And Shiro knew in that position he couldn't re-peek CT with 10 health because of the molly quad. And if he re-peeks, he dies. He had to do something just blasé. Only got one shot off in the orange box, but MOUZ now looking for a very good T-side. This round would make it so. That's a sick boost. So quickly assembled. Torshi cannot react. A 5v4 Cloud9 need. And immediately they leave Nafany alone at that B site. Scary because he has no util, so that is an option for MOUZ, but they just don't know. Why would they? But my fear is the only way this round can be lost is if Nafany stays solo B all round. Cloud9 search middle, good aggress, as now they know they have to send Hobbit back.
Minute on the clock. Hobbit finally arrives back on the scene. Smokes exchange from either side to block off the lines of sight. Bomb. Debating whether or not it actually wants to go for the wrap back. It seems that they're communicating this one across. You've got the free players there, but the same could be said for the CT side setup. Shiro, he's hard scoped in. He's seen a bit of arm. He wants to break it off. Gets the shot onto the chest. His exertion. Well, he's exerted himself out of the round.
When Shiro's going back in for more. Flashed off the angle, so they're out in mid now, but Buster boosted. Ooh, does give up the aim of the game. Luckily enough, Shiro there to lend a helping hand. And Cloud9 clamp down on the mid play.
When they get the 5v4, they seem pretty comfortable, right? They have the freedom to rotate a lot more. Shiro's being very mobile. Nice round out of that guy. But, you know, other than the 1v3,
dude, I mean, you know, like you were just saying coming into this how they've been doing a good job kind of nullifying the impact that Shiro has, but I feel like this is like what's changed over, you know, like the last like year or so is Shiro's gotten a lot better at kind of finding ways to force engagements, right?
There's a lot more moves. He's not he's not such a like static AWPer who doesn't develop or doesn't improve, like, and that's the difference with the younger generation of CS players. Like, they just keep learning. They're like robots. Their brain is absorbing all this information, and yeah, Shiro is someone who, despite being so good for a long time, he's still getting better and better and better. And the same can be said for players like m0NESY as well.
I think it's cool as well, right? Because obviously it's kind of changed where you have a bigger support network now where people are going to hype you up, build you up, tell you that's bad, but explain why and show you a better way to approach it. Not just go, this is awful, never do that again.
And that's the value of someone like Groove as well, like one of the best coaches in Counter-Strike. So you've definitely got, you know, the CIS region has very good tactical coaches, not just hype men. In fact, not really hype men at all. It is the tactical coaches that region produces. Very stoic players. Got to smoke that molly. Xertion goes out long. Dangerous, but Hobbit has backed up into CT. Shiro, no AWP by design. He's anchoring B again. But MOUZ splitting this A site in two. This time we have Valk and Pit. MOUZ haven't seen this setup all half. Hobbit does die at long. That opens up the option to be split. MOUZ will take it.
Wrapping their way in through CT. Can they make the CTs bleed? Flashbang into ruins. Nafany waiting on the back of the site. Has support from Shiro with the M4, but the train is arriving. 8 seconds on the clock again, though. It's seen this time and time again. MOUZ have been leaving it so late. The bomb going down, but it gets catched. It's taken out of the round. No time to plant. It doesn't matter, they're in.
That's amazing. And what a weird plant as well. They're trying to plant for CT spawn as well, so they could have more position in the post, but that allows Cloud9 to just shoot it from wide coffins. And not even an A1S either. All the traces in the world, that's enough. MOUZ couldn't stop him in time. That's really awkward, that bomb plant position. And you can see they got the kill right after, but it's too little, it's too late. And maybe part of the fear there for MOUZ is, oh, if we plant coffins, we're going to get naded. It's easy lineup, it's expected, it's what Cloud9 are lining up. But that's even more dangerous, isn't it? Oh, so many close rounds. Frozen eats this Molotov, but look at the risk versus the reward. It pays off. Finding Nafany at the top of B and escaping before the HE trades him out. So MOUZ, 5-on-4 this time. Torchy may extend it.
Oh, great kill as the smoke blooms. Busted, dead, Axel. I mean, this guy's had some multi-kill moments inside of this A site, but he's now solely responsible for the safeguarding of this side of the map, and he falls immediately. Torchy wrecks him in the head-to-head, and so MOUZ up onto a 6th, even though they give Shiro that one. It's not a round that Cloud9 are ever meant to attempt. They actually need these two guns to get out as well if they want to have a nice buy into round 15.
It's a very good save. And MOUZ, at this point, they should send one player because they can afford one player. They probably won't because of the likelihood that you just die and they're going to focus on their own money and maximizing it. They don't know exactly where Cloud9's at because of these last couple of weird rounds of MOUZ surviving after time when they didn't get the bomb with 4 players alive. So they'll play it safe, but got to run from this bomb. It's pretty big, I hear. Cloud9 will have a 4-buy. Or rather not. No, it's way worse than I thought. They're 1 loss. My goodness, yeah. Very important save for Cloud9. They'll have 3 rifles. Plus they can get FAMAS or Nafany, but they'll probably focus on nades and SMGs. So it's not pretty, but it's enough for Cloud9. They've got Shiro on the AWP and Axel on an M4, so they should be comfortable. But an even matchup so far. This is a fast long take, and there's no one here.
Oh my god, they're assembling a boost. Axal over the top of it, and Hobbit hunts them, pushing through the smoke. This was meant to be a fast MOUZ round. And they had all this room. It locked out. MOUZ thought they were running towards the golden ticket of a 7-8 half. In reality, they go into a triple short side setup. Some re-aggression from Cloud9. And they are locked out of this one dominantly. Just Torshi left, but being held by Shiro from all the way back at Moto. Should be dead on this first swing, and there it is. So at the end of it, Cloud9 go on to secure 9 on their CT side. Now they swap over to the T half. MOUZ left trailing behind as that last round just gets away from them.
So cheap, the ghost is inside of me. Can't take it out of me. No matter where I've been, it's about where I'm meant to be. I be shining perfect timing. Check your watch, and I know who I am. I am no longer lost. I got tired of walking around with a mask on, smiling but my heart singing sad songs. Yeah, I was living for myself. I was dead wrong till I got the call, no cell phone. I got tired of walking around with a mask on, smiling but my heart singing sad songs. Yeah, I was living for myself. I was dead wrong till I got the call, no cell phone. Man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, made in this image, I'm a young man. You talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Yeah, man, you talking to the real me. Made in this image, I'm a young OG boy.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot. Wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same.
Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get right. Cause it can get
Making magic when they need it most.
And we're back with 9-6 at the half. Cloud9 lead the way. MOUZ with some spicy rounds and even a 1v3 from Frozen. But Cloud9's consistency does come in clutch, and they managed to win the half. It's MOUZ's pick in this series, but I must say a must-win matchup for Cloud9, who have had a bit of a tumultuous time in the last 12 months, not reaching as far as maybe the sum of their parts should have. An open stage at Rio with a chance to make a run, a matchup potentially against the outsiders that we know they could have won, and MOUZ stopped them in their tracks. Cloud9 looking for revenge right now here in the quarterfinals. 4 weeks of play have led up to this, and this is the culmination.
JDC starting it off with the pistol. Ooh. Ooh, oh God. Has to try and back himself up. And he hits that one. Of course he does.
That was lovely.
Yeah, boy, this man does not miss.
1 health.
100, well, never mind. 73 HP between both the remaining players. And the backstab just had to hit 1 bullet, and of course it's the headshot, always the way.
When I tell you they're dinked, Harry, you still 1-dig them.
Of course. Playing for the percentages. That's what
true.
they say.
They don't mean headshot percentage, but...
Wait, that isn't what that sentence means?
It all makes sense now. Bomb's loose, so Nafany going to go back. Will he check close? He might. He won't. He's dead.
Oh, you want to change your mind on that one?
Yeah, I take that back.
Still time to say, Nafany's got this.
Well, there's no
clutch.
way he's winning this round, Harry.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
1v3.
1v3.
He's in top mid. He's sneaking up the short side. One man on the angle. Dexter,
no way.
Just the bait to the switch of Torshi up in the apartments. And he'll swing out. That's the pistol round found for MOUZ.
Shout out JDC one time. It looked good there. Very vocal player. We know from the Academy League, hearing a lot of team comms, hearing him keep his players calm. Of course, not the captain of this squad. That is the more experienced member of Dexter. Another Aussie over in Europe. And that's all the rage right now. Although G2 did get eliminated yesterday, which is rather a sad story. Somewhat overshadowed by the Source 2 release, but still a factor.
If you were ever going to lose on a day, you want it to be the day that Source 2 comes out, because no one cares all of a sudden. People found out today when they tuned in, they go, wait, G2 were eliminated? You know, right? So Cloud9, they force-bought up into this round. They've got some techs, some MAC-10s, a Deagle that's really low on health. These are all the pieces in their puzzle. Now we have to see if Cloud9 can slot them together, and that's certainly not a bad way to open up. You forced a lot more respect out of JDC with that dink there. I know that the MOUZ players see it as a round-ending thing. If you get dinked down at HP like this, and, well, it will be round ending for JDC. Naded down in the pit. His teammates, though, are quick to make up for it. Full blind is Shiro over on the short side. There's the banana push. Zershan just heard Shiro, I think. Buster running away. And so he knows he's got them boxed in. The bomb's down over on short. MOUZ aren't jumping the gun in this 3-on-2.
Never want to get ahead of yourselves. But if we look at the facts for what they are, under 50 HP between the both of them combined, just a Deagle and an MP9 to play with. Still have to get the bomb as well, and they've got 20 seconds to work with. They do go wandering their way up quad, and actually Shiro finds the first frag. The Famous gives them an opportunity to creep onto the site as well. Shiro, the MP9, gets the tag out, switches to the tech, but he can't drop him to the deck.
Yeah, MOUZ play that 2v1 a lot safer than Cloud9's clutches have gone. And they don't let that happen. Zershan with good cover for his low teammate in the site. Important round to win, as we learned in the first half. Not always the easiest. And let's see if Cloud9 know what setups they're going up against here for the MOUZ CT side. Man like Zershan, clean as ever. Dex is on a pistol. A USP, in fact. They're running a B. Shiro eats a grenade. Cloud9, they will not go through that smoke. More util damage. Can Dexter get any kills? Will he even try? He's playing rotation, so I guess not. A good trade to let Zershan farm some money at bottom B. Torshi's 1D Taxol down middle. MOUZ having fun. And that's all that matters. That and winning.
Dude, Source 1 chickens are having a break since Source 2 came out.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, that's a good... That was a dink. There's one in the corner of this room right now with Buster.
Oh, you're dead.
Yeah. Oh,
he ran.
Nice turnaround. He still has a minute to play with, so...
Get him.
You know, there was a chance for him to do a bit more damage. They broke, man. Source 2 done did break the chickens in Source 1.
They always been broken. This game, they've been crazy, man. Amassing down lower.
What are they planning? Source 1 chickens versus Source 2 chickens? It's like a blood feud almost between those families.
That's a leak. Oh, these are cool. You got the backdrop. That's nice. That's a leak, Harry. Didn't we see Source 2 chickens? Don't they look way more chickeny?
Chickeny?
Yeah. I
Is that the technical term?
Like their giblets are way more animated. Their giblets?
Well,
like they're way more dangly.
they're pretty dangly in Source 1 ever since the
pretty sure
update.
they're better, right?
That's called a gizzard, right? That's what that is? It's a gizzard, yeah.
Is it a gizzard?
I think so.
Yeah,
Or
I
is
don't think it's giblets. That's...
Giblets.
Because giblets is like
No,
bits.
giblets refers to the little bundle of parts sometimes found inside the cavity of a bird.
Yeah. So someone gets gibbed, like if you shoot someone.
Gizzard is a muscular, thick-walled part of a bird's stomach. That's very different.
Oh, that's different. All right, both of them are wrong.
Torshi, he puts Axel through the gizzard, digested down under. And an opening kill comes from the CTA WP that will be making its merry way back to A. Smoked off at B, Cloud9. Call to a pause. Shiro with no armor. Where have we seen that before? He really wanted this T-side AWP, huh? Cloud9 better make it worth it. Nafany looking for a B pick. This could really work. Zershan's holding a nade right now, and Frozen doesn't know they're wide.
Yeah, the one saving grace is that Zershan isn't peeking, and if anything, that smoke now makes Zershan aware that they can be in. He lobs out a molly, but it's extinguished in the coffin smoke, and he falls, only bringing Nafany down to 2. Shiro, in the meantime, knocks Dexter out of the round, putting the bomb on the low HP player. Would normally be a bit of an issue, but with no nades from MOUZ, this plant can't be contested. And now the backstab from Buster, even if it removes one player, it wins the round here on numbers alone. Backstab, he's lining up the double, gets activated with the first, and now he knows he's trapped MOUZ in. Their best bet might be to try and fight forward. They turn around, they knock Buster out of the round here, and they've done it pretty speedily at that, so Shiro's got to be switched on. They bait the shot out. 1v1 now, JDC the man to beat. Shiro jiggling, brought down low. Tap on the bomb, and now they're both injured, both wounded. Shiro just calling the bluff, calling the bluff on the defuse, and then he swings out wide.
That's so well played for Shiro. He could not have done that better. He almost got a collateral there. We saw it. They lined up for a second, but MOUZ did everything in their power to win that very difficult retake. And Shiro with no armor, getting spammed down by JDC. Oh my god, he shot the chicken. He missed it, actually, but he went for it. They're so annoying, aren't they? And Shiro, he ends it. That's a very hard clutch with no armor, with 30 health. But he makes it look easy. Damn. Cloud9, their first T-side route comes through. Hyper important. All right, just, line up on the 5th pentagon. Zershan. Well, the lineup won't save you now. Flash is too late. Hobbit's up B, and Cloud9 are going to hit.
All Frozen has to hold back the wave is just an MP9. Dashes the smoke, catches one on the cross across, drops the HE as well, and he's making it a little bit awkward. He's bought time for the rotation at least. He pushes back in towards the pool and downs Nafany. And this has actually caused them to back off on the hard commit they were going for. They're now grabbing the bomb and running back down mid.
Now seem wise to this.
Yeah.
They start to up and leave. Hang on, it's the double palm. Cloud9, bit of util out over towards A. Just that one moto smoke was enough to put the seed of doubt in the mind of MOUZ.
MOUZ know they're risking it, but they're going for the gamble together.
I like this. This is a really nice move from Dexter. The re-aggro in at this point, once he's peeking down mid, now you know it's not A. You know it can't be A anymore. And he might even catch this ramp player. Hobbit's just left and been spotted. Boxed in. MOUZ now know it's B, and they can find a way into the 4v3 right here at Banana. But Shiro watches on, tries to save Hobbit, but he can't hang around. He has the bomb. MOUZ have got a man boxed in. They're going to come through the smoke inside of the site, and that drops the plant. Cloud9 is so hung up on fighting for Banana that the bomb's been taken away from them. That plant's not guaranteed. Hobbit's now picked apart as well. They run in. Shiro dead. It's just Axel, but they've given him one. And the second. One man still to find. It's Torshi. 8 bullets. Now down to 4. Axel dead on the swing. And so MOUZ, they will recover that. They put a stop to Axel in his tracks, and in doing so, finally stopping one of these clutches, they've tied the game up.
That's unbelievable. I mean, the pop through CT, Axel didn't cover. I don't know where he was watching, maybe Coffin. He couldn't save his teammate on that plant, and he almost saves the round on his own. Look at this. They just send it with a flash. Maybe it caught him. What a mess as well with Hobbit, running back and forth in Banana, stalling so long. And we actually had our first holler as well, Torshi with a bit of a scream at the end, as he knows he's in Cloud9's head. They win one T-side round in the whole half, and then MOUZ come clamping down. This is so tight right now. And Cloud9 have been having their T-side troubles. They had the entire B site for free, Nyon for free. Shiro really wanted to hang out and help Hobbit, but he had the bomb. He had to cross. What a mess. And now, likely an eco for Cloud9. Could get a couple of guns, but save them for later.
This is intense Counter-Strike now, right? The smallest of nuances making the difference in these rounds. And it's bloody exciting to watch. Round 21, all tied up, 10-10 apiece here on the first map of Inferno. And Cloud9, they've just got Tech9s, a Galil, a singular Deagle to try and do anything going into this one.
Three up in apps and a bedroom man. JDC, that could be a meaty nade. Certainly not bad. He's going to hear the steps. Oh, Torshi just shot in the smoke. Don't know what he saw, but it doesn't matter. He'll take them away anyway. 2 from him. Boiler covered. And Buster doesn't want to give up the bomb and the gun. So MOUZ, nice double app setup in the perfect round for it against pistols. They tear them apart. And Zershon, the second he spots us at B, he can go back.
He's going to spot it late because of the timings they've found. This is going to be a later spot than normal.
Yeah, they might swing together.
No, he's doing this. Here you go. He gets the spot now, but they are close. Right behind him, Axel looks to move in. Damage done through the smoke. He will just commit here and caught changing guns. Zershon dealt with. Now armed is Axel. Another go at one of these B players on the swing. There's the trade out of Buster. He's now grabbed himself the M4, angle. Looking for another fight into CT. Lots of damage done either which way. And now Torshi's here as well. They've got him boxed in, and there's Frozen with the close.
Good save from MOUZ, but yeah, Buster and was that Axel made that very interesting.
Yeah, you know, something I will say, like with how these first few rounds have gone, they've both been very expensive for MOUZ, right? The last one coming down to a 1v1. The feet, you could see the feet.
Could have been on purpose, right? That could be a smoke for that design. There's certainly a lot of ways you can drop in apps. Although, you know, Hobbit walking into the smoke.
Yeah, look, right? These first few rounds have been super costly. So Cloud9 might be behind, but if they win this, they're suddenly transported back into the lead, right? They've kind of teed themselves up for a bit of success later down the line. The MP9 and nades have done so much damage. 99 to 2 different players. And in the meantime, Shiro finds another. This is going to be one of these rounds where we're left saying, oh, if only they knew how low they were. Dexter flashed in, knocks one out of the round, but he himself only gets out on 5 HP.
Come on, chat. How often do you get to put 1 and 1 together? Oh, he even waits for the smoke walk. It's your best play when you're that low. Nafany dead. Axel's trading onto the
Dexter's
AWP.
still fighting. He goes through the long
Winnable.
smoke. That is going to give over a kill. But look at this. Frozen's already moving around down in the pit. You've got JDC set up. Frozen dead immediately. And JDC's got to do this one alone. The 1 HP player dead. It's Buster left to beat. Molly in the pit, but JDC swings and JDC wins it in the clutch. A 1v2 falls his way, and MOUZ, you know, in these last few rounds, we've had a number of clutch attempts, just failed to stick the landing for Cloud9. MOUZ are hanging on. It's coming down to the wire, what feels like every time, but they are the ones edging it out.
I love how he chases that kill as well. He just knows he has, as soon as Buster throws a util, he knows he has him right where he wants him. He can just chase that kill, run him down, and make him very uncomfortable. And MOUZ look confident. You can see on their faces, the camera shots, the screams, every clutch are getting louder and louder. And yeah, you can tell the mindset is there for MOUZ. And that goes a long way because Cloud9, after a winning half, they're falling apart.
It's so perfect as well that MOUZ, right? They kind of held off and they fed the beast for so long. They weren't screaming, they weren't wasting that energy. And now where it's key rounds that are really energizing them, they're letting it out. Everyone's starting to yell a bit. And for Cloud9, that knock-on effect is seeping in. It's making them slow down. Again, you don't really have the money you want either. So you're fighting with lesser weapons up against a MOUZ that's hitting their shots, that's looking to take the fight straight to you. And Apps has been a big area of contention. We've seen Torsey finding those opening picks. JDC's look good for it again as well. We'll see if he's tested here early on Banana. It's the utility just tearing up the shreds. Axile's dead.
Yeah, they say go through that, Molly, but we've got double nade at the half wall as soon as you do, and more dropped over as well by Dexter. He's even going to flash them back in. See, MOUZ are making plays in 5v4s, man. They are just all over the map. Proactive. And another grenade. Hobbits out of Apps. Buster had to trade that kill, but he can't. It's not getting given. They're trying to back out. Buster pushes him forward with a kill. He saw that head. He knows there's an AWP here. Buster tries to stay below the scope. Moving, not a muscle. Shiro so far away. Might have to play a clutch late into B, and MOUZ reset and reposition together. Trying to flank this apartment's man. They know Shiro is late.
Shiro speeding his way over. Can he go from Shiro to hero here in the 23rd with the final 30 seconds on the clock that's slowly ticking by? They know the pressure's on. Dexter's watching the exit from Boiler. He's ready to hit them with a heavy-handed Famous Burst. Buster, he's now making the first move. Walks down the hay boughs, drops the bomb onto his teammate's back so he can go for the hard commit on the plant. As soon as they hear the audio cue, they should react off the back of it. Smoke over as well. Dexter, he's walking up, clearing on the tight left of Galil, focused towards library side. Smokes are down, somewhat isolating the fights, making it a little bit more iffy. Shiro walks into the smoke, playing on the close gap. He's looking for any inkling of where exactly they're coming from, but they've got the edge on him. Hits the first. Buster with a flick towards Mini Pit. Hits the head, pushes up, but he's dead.
Just compare the way that MOUZ play that 4v2 versus like how Cloud9 played the 3v1, right? It's so hyper-communicated. That long player never gives the kill. That's what Cloud9 was searching for. The smoke on site is super nice for Buster. It lets them, and then Cloud9, you know, get another smoke thrown their way. It lets Shiro focus long. They really want to get that long kill, so they're given the room to play in the open. But MOUZ time it perfectly. Long player comes in last as the bulk walks up short, and Dexter just makes a hero play over the smoke. The way they play together is so crisp that there was no way Cloud9 could have won that round. We often say, oh, you only get clutches if your opponent makes a mistake. MOUZ made no mistakes. 13-10. And Cloud9 are feeling the heat now. Getting bullied at Banana, getting picked by Torsey, not converting post plants either. They've had a couple of bombs down in this half, not a lot, and not really in good positions either. But that's to the doing of MOUZ. Cloud9. They know they're right on the edge of resetting MOUZ's money, right? These have been expensive, apart from that previous one where 3 stayed alive. most of these rounds have been very costly for MOUZ. They've kept 3 players alive over the last 3 rounds, with the exception of the previous.
Oh, this round really could be squeaky bum time because they don't want to let this one slip on by. Frozen knows that and displays it with raw aggression on the first face towards Banana, peels back the player. And this is damn good. You've slain Axile. You've left it on 4 Ts for Cloud9. Minute and 18 seconds on the clock as well. They are wasting no time at proving a point.
Yeah, and the early rotate for Dexter. He doesn't have any assisting utility. Frozen's got a molly left on B and a smoke for Zershan. But just having another man here will be powerful. If he stays CT, they can boost. Instead, he resets and goes all the way back to Coffins, able to fight with his teammate. And this one almost feels obvious, but Cloud9 need to have a very good execute here with the double mollies, with all the smoke, all the trimmings. They need to hit their shots. That smoke is a problem, though. Cloud9 at least baited out with a bit of util. Now they're shuffling bits and bobs over so they can get the most efficient execute. But, you know, MOUZ is just so favored. They have everyone here.
This is going to be an absolute scrap. A war on the site for control of it. It all comes down to who hits their shots in this final 20 seconds. You've got no time to muck about. Nafany dropped with a headshot from Exertion as he pops off, and there's only 3 of them left. Last few seconds, they come barreling into the site. He loses out. Hobbit with the M press impresses us for the first, but you still got to do more. Dexter dissecting, trades back. Buster at least leaves them in a 2 versus 3 with a bomb down.
Yeah, Frozen still hanging around over in the ruins. He was waiting to see if he needed to react after Dexter's play. Ends up just holding off, waiting for his teammates to move in for the retake. They've got a top banana smoke. That'll go in now. So Buster having to play ahead of this. Ahead of the util, it's a last-second retake attempt for MOUZ. They find that first man, and Buster falls as well. They grab the kit. Oh, that extra second spent grabbing the kit. It's close, but they've just got it. 14 for MOUZ. Another round by the wayside. Cloud9, you know, they were once feeling like they were kind of hot hands in this match, right? They went on that 5-round streak to open up the first half. Things were looking good. They were sat 6-3 up, but since we've come into this second half of play, MOUZ, they've done more than just catch up. They've dominated this second half, all but 1 round falling their way.
Yeah, great bait for Frozen as well. He sets up Dexter to go 1-for-1 at the backside because Cloud9 didn't know it was a triple B. They never cleared dark. And yeah, he only gets 1 kill, but it just keeps MOUZ in the favor because Frozen was spamming through the smoke with that A1S. And then he waits, as you said, for the retake, groups up with his team, and MOUZ have played these advantage positions on CT very well. Isolate the 3-on-2, Frozen with a triple, and MOUZ on to 14, and Cloud9, it's going to be a game of what-ifs. What if they could just get 1 round and break MOUZ's money and get, you know, a bit more momentum in this matchup, because they've not been able to do so at all. 1 round of the entire T side, something must change, but Nafany has not got the answer. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's waiting. They are going to boost as well. They're asking for it.
Ooh.
Oh, he just left the angle. That hit. Shiro tagged to half. When Torshi only hits you down at 50 HP, you kind of know you've caught a lucky break. Lucky to still be alive is Shiro. And Cloud9 are looking for an exit strategy, something to win them this 4v5. They've got some control over in top mid. Buster's just made contact over in the apartments. Hobbit's been holding this for so long, and he never saw Zershan go into the cubby. I don't think he checks this. And there, that's free. Zershan swings it on a timing. A 5v3 extended. MOUZ still looking good. They're going to lose 1 man. Dexter will feed Buster in the apartments. The bomb still in top mid, starts to change its mind. And Frozen might be low on health, but he provides another. Torshi finds the B pick, and for Shiro, he was here earlier on. He was tagged up by that AWP. There just isn't a chance to win the round anymore. He's got to sit back while MOUZ tick on over to map point.
Wow, yeah, and last quarterfinals, like we said at Rio, at least the 1 map Cloud9 could get was Inferno, and it was off the back of a 7-round T-side close. They had a great half there. And, you know, we have different maps in this series. This is the only consistency, but it's MOUZ right now writing the book. back in another quarterfinal against Cloud9 after a heroic run, especially for Cloud9 inside of the group stage, beating G2, man. And now, all for nothing if MOUZ eliminate them in this series. Another what-if for Cloud9. Torshi getting rushed to B, but he realizes it. He pulls out quickly. Top molly smoked. Cloud9 get a quick boost. Shiro doesn't want to be left saving here. Has to be the linchpin for Cloud9. Force an opener. Save their souls. But again, MOUZ a triple B.
Oh, they're re-aggroing into top banana. They want to try and retake this. They decide against it after that spray comes in. And they really hope that this is going to force the reaction from Cloud9 into Torshi, but he might just beat them to the punch. He goes walking in, faces Hobbit, and now the molly even tags on a Waxal. Sure, it's only a little bit of damage, but it's the info that comes with it. You know there's still a banana presence here for Cloud9. Torshi tries to turn from that flash.
So keen.
Cloud9 don't want to go.
Now they got to know it's triple B, right? Like, I mean, not that they can do anything about it. They don't even want to really play map control. They feel like their BX is their best option here. And even if they're right, it may not be enough. 4v5, 3v3 in the site, and Torshi's not missing a beat.
Yeah, playing ahead of the smoke. Flash goes in. Torshi will get knocked off the angle, but a double layered setup in the back of the site. They run at Zershan. They find him. It's frozen this time, tucked in over at Dark. Similar play to Dexter, and he's also going to go unaccounted for. Lines them up. So much damage, and there's Torshi with the close. A dominant win for MOUZ. It might have been a close affair at the end of that first half, but the moment they swap over to CT, they don't miss a beat. They only lose one round in that entire second half. So now Cloud9 need to have answers on their map.